Hey guys, so I was going to film this 2 days ago, but I didn't have any space on my phone. He's just having his breakfast. I've put that mat down because he seems to have got into the habit of chucking his food on the floor. So I fed him in the field yesterday morning because Phantom was all the way down there. Look at Phantom, bless him. So he's far enough away that he didn't bother, and he just chucked it on the grass. So yeah, I put the mat there because obviously I don't want him to eat stones or anything. But anyway, back to what we're doing today. You see there I've got my saddle in the wheelbarrow. It's a bit of a pain bringing everything down, I'm not going to lie. So the sooner we can get him, closer to the stables where everything's kept, so I can tack up there, even if it's not in the stables, even if it's just outside, that'd be better. It's a bit of a pain bringing everything down, but that's fine. So I'm going to put his saddle on and then walk him up the road, see how far we get with the saddle, and managing to pick his feet out by myself as well, which is awesome. So yeah. So I thought I'd do a little voiceover. Now, Brook isn't the easiest horse to pick his feet out. Now, he is a lot better than when I first got him. When I first got him, I used to have someone hold him all the time. Or I did get to the stage when he was stabled where I could put haylage in the corner bar and he'd be happy enough, but we never seemed to be able to do 4 feet. Definitely not all at once. Sometimes I'd be able to do 2 feet, leave for 20 minutes and then come back and do another one, leave and then come back and do another one. Or sometimes he'd just let me do his front feet. It was just random. Now I've got to the stage where I don't need anyone to hold him. And if you can see on the video, the lead rope is just laid over the fence. I've not tied it. But I'm actually really proud that I can do it myself. So the products that I use with him, and because he is barefoot, I really make sure that I'm looking after his feet to make them as healthy as possible. So the products I use are Red Horse products, and the first thing I do is pick the feet out with the hoof pick, and then I always have a bucket of water. And what I tend to do now is pour the sole cleanse in there, in the water, and I use that when I'm scrubbing them after I've picked most of the mud out. I scrub them to get them really clean. You're meant to spray the sole cleanse on, but I don't think he likes. It's either the sound of the spraying or the coldness or I think it might tickle his feet. I don't know. Anyway, so I've either been pouring it straight on, not spraying it, or just putting it in the bucket of water when I clean it. And then what I do is I try and dry them with a microfiber cloth, because obviously he is out 24/7 and he is just in a paddock at the minute. There's no hard standing in there, so obviously it's winter, there's loads of mud everywhere, so he's constantly standing in wet really. It is quite a big paddock and there is quite a lot of grass in there, but around the water feeder, and they tend to hang out by the gate sometimes. He's obviously standing in the mud all the time, so I try and keep them really clean every day. So I put the sole cleanse on when I scrub it, and then I dry them with a microfiber cloth, and then what I use is the Hoof Clay, and this is antibacterial Hoof Clay. So I spread that on over his frog in the grooves, and it stays on pretty well actually, but you're meant to have the hooves quite dry before you put that on. And now it's time to brush his mane, which isn't an easy job considering he is out 24/7 and he is just constantly covered in mud. And sometimes the mud is just in clumps, and it's wet clumps, which is the hardest to get out. I don't mind it when it's dried a little bit, because when he's eating his food, I normally spend that time and just pick the dry mud out of his mane. But I'm trying to do it in sections here so I don't pull all of it out from the roots. I like to keep his mane long because I love the wild horse look. I know he's a thoroughbred, and you know they've been bred a certain way, blah blah blah, but I just love the wild look. So we're keeping it long, but obviously I want to try and keep it in good condition as well, which is kind of difficult when they live out, but yeah, we're doing the best we can. And now it's time for a little body brush. Again, I'm not spending a great deal of time because I don't want to brush all the natural oils out of his coat. Even though he's actually rugged now, so he is getting the warmth from the rug. However, if he was out naked, you'd want all the natural oils on him. So I'm just basically getting most of the mud off and just concentrating around the area where his saddle's going to go. Now, he in the past has been a little bit funny about me brushing under his belly, and I don't know whether that was because he came with ulcers or whether he's just really sensitive under there. However, we've been using the Premier Performance Gastro Premier supplement basically since I'd say after about 2 months of having him. I was on another one previous to that didn't really do anything, and then on my research I found Premier Performance, and it's actually been really, really good. I've noticed such a difference with it. So yeah, but he's still a little bit funny sometimes, not all the time, just when I brush under his belly. Just so we're clear, I don't tie the lead rope around the fence. It's literally just laid over the top. So if he was to pull, he could still get free and he wouldn't hurt himself. And now the exciting part is getting the saddle on. So we have a solution saddle which is tree free. So if you want to have a little research of that company, they've just actually won an award recently, which is amazing. So in my depth of research that I've done for everything since having Brooke, I kind of stumbled upon non-treed saddles, and I was really interested in it. And yeah, so I had to read everything that I could, and I decided to get a solution saddle, and it's the first saddle I've ever bought, so I'm super excited about it. And yeah, basically we just need to create a little bit more muscle on Brooke, because at the minute he doesn't really have much. So we're going to work more with the saddle, because working with this type of saddle, it encourages them to lift up into the saddle and will help create healthy muscle, rather than with a treed saddle. Sometimes what happens is you get muscle atrophy, so that won't happen with this solution saddle. So yeah, so I'm just very excited. It's still all really new to me, but I'm just really looking forward to the journey together. So we just basically need to do more. So as you can see, I'm pretty slow at tacking up, and I've not got any faster since making this video. So that's something that I'm sure will improve with time as I get to know my saddle and, you know, Brooke wearing a saddle a little bit more, and just a bit of practice. But there we are, we're all tacked up. We're ready to go for a little walk up the road. Come on, Puppet. That's it. Good boy. Good boy. Is that right? Okay, come on then. Walk on. Walk on. Good boy. No pull into the grass. Good boy. Well done. Well done. Ready? Walk on. Ready? Walk on. Walk on. Good boy. Excellent job. Come on, walk on. No
So
pulling.
previous to
Good
this, we have
boy.
really struggled with
Well
him
done.
pulling me to the grass.
Come on,
I
walk
think
on.
I spent about 6 weeks of
Good
literally
boy.
taking him out of the field
Good
and not getting
boy.
anywhere apart from that lush bit of grass
Excellent
just behind
job.
us. And I was basically hand grazing
Good
him.
boy.
And obviously I need to walk him out
And
because of his feet, so he can, you know,
good
slightly
boy.
self-trim his feet and, you know, just to get
Come
him
on, walk
moving
on.
a little bit more. So it's a real
There you go,
struggle,
good
but I had
boy.
a little bit of help and we are
Good
working on it.
boy. Can we pick it up a bit? So we managed to walk all the way up to the stables, mainly because Arrow came out because he's going on a ride, but you did good. First time walking with someone else with me, actually, isn't it? Hey? That's good. Really good, Brooke. He's got his ears back. But however, those two, I don't know if you can see them, those two have been messing about. So that probably annoyed you a little bit, didn't it? But you're very good. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Well done. And oh, good boy. Well done. Kisses. Welcome. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. We're going to see if I can walk past the hay. Okay, see if I can walk past the hay. And oh, good boy, well done. Walk on. It's pretty difficult with one hand. Whew. This is good though, well done. He always gets a bit quicker here because he's walking back to his field. And oh, and yeah. Good boy, well done. Good boy. Excellent job. Hey, hey, come on. See, he always thinks he's stopping there. So we're going to have to do some walking past sometimes. Yeah? Good boy, well done. Well done. Good boy, excellent. Well done. Well done. I know it's scary. It's spooky alley, isn't it? Spooky, spooky alley. All the way down there, look. We have been down here before though, haven't we? Have been down here before. Good boy. There he is, just chilling. There's like 6 piles of hay out and we're both sharing the same one. So I think that was a successful little walk with his saddle. I'm just going to give it a little clean. I'm just using Renpore High Shine at the minute. I need to do a bit more research on what's the best cleaner to use on my saddle, because I was using glycerine soap, but because there's no heat in here, I've read that glycerine soap might encourage mould, because it's basically a stable, that's just been converted into a tack room, which is, you know, it's fine, but there's no heating. So yeah, so I need to comment down below what you suggest for my saddle. It's a solution saddle, so yeah, I'll do a bit more research on that. I'm just going to clean it. So the saddle cloth is disgustingly filthy, and he's only had it on twice. I've literally only done, this is our second time of me walking out on him, but it's because he's out, and I just gave him a quick groom because he was starting to get a little bit bored actually, because I'd popped him outside. Tied a hay net to the fence and we did his feet. You know all this because you've seen it. But anyway, yeah, this saddle cloth is pretty dirty. relax after 2 times of wearing it. So I hope you liked the video, and I've got a bit of muck on my chin. I'll be doing a lot more now that we're starting to get going with him. So look forward to it. See you later, guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?